I'm going to share something with you all, and hopefully this releases somebody. It liberates some people, right? Men and women. But when I was in the '90s, when I was a recruiter for 4 years in Cleveland, every time I would date a different woman, I would take it to my grandmother, and my grandmother would say, "Every time you bring somebody over here, they got kids." One thing about me, I have this thing for kids and animals, right? You read up on it, you probably find that people with narcissistic personality disorder, for the most part, don't abuse kids or animals. I wasn't that type of dude right there. Not saying that whoever I verbally abused or mentally abused, I get a reprieve. No, but I didn't do kids and animals. But anyway, my grandmother used to say, every time you bring somebody over here, they had a kid or two. And I was like, Grandma, I never had a problem with women that have kids. My point in saying that, if you and I are dating, sleeping together, you cooking for me, you wash my clothes, you fold my clothes, we happy, right? You slide me a cash app here and there. I don't smoke, but when I used to, give me some cigars, right? Buy me some socks, t-shirts, the nice little things y'all like to do. And you're doing all these nice things, and one day you notice I haven't done those nice things for you. Reciprocity is not with a person that has NPD. They're greedy, selfish, self-centered. I had a little bit of reciprocity only when I been away from you for too long, hadn't called you, hadn't checked up on you, and I needed a favor, right? But here's the thing, you cool with me because you trying your best to change me or whatever, to make things better. But to be honest, if your child comes to you and says some negative things about me, if your close family members come to you and say some negative things about me, and you don't change it, we're not cool. If you don't change it, and I don't change because you don't ask me to change, or I don't feel like changing, or I don't think that I need to change, which was the case for me for a very long time, you'll never change. You keep me in your corner trying to make me right or fix me. We're not cool if I don't spend time with your kids. We're not cool if I don't know your kids' birthdays. We're not cool if I don't go to your kids' games. If I don't go to your daughter's cheerleading practice. If I don't help you take them to practice or pick them up from practice, we're not cool. If I don't sit at the table with you and your kids, I'm not saying my kids, you and your kids, we dating, you have kids, we're dating. If I don't sit at the table with you and lead grace or ask your son or teach your son how to pray over the food, we're not cool. A lot of those things I didn't do. When I grew up, I don't ever remember me and my mother, my father, my brothers and sisters holding hands and praying before we ate. And as I got older, I didn't like doing that. It wasn't instilled in me. No excuse. It didn't happen as a child. You're dating a man that's not doing those things for you and your child, we're not cool. I'm not a cool person in your life. I'm not nice. If your daughter or son comes to you and says something to you about me, and you don't change, or you don't look into it, and you don't get back to your son or daughter, you're not changing. Just because you're going to therapy doesn't mean you're changing. That's the next change. You try to get your way to therapy, but you spend an hour or 90 minutes in therapy. Then you come home to me and you spend 18, 19 hours with me after therapy. So it's counterproductive. You spending more time with me, the person that has you in therapy, than being with the person that's trying to keep you in therapy and help you out. If you're not going to therapy and I'm stopping you from going to therapy, I'm not cool for you. If you're going to therapy and I don't ask to go to therapy with you, I'm not cool. If I don't take your kids to the movies, if I don't sit down and do their homework with them, I'm talking about somebody that I'm dating and they're not my biological kids. If I'm not doing those things, I'm not cool for you. Just think about that. A lot of y'all spend all this time and hoping and wishing, and then you put my name in a hat at church for prayer, all of these things.